Welcome to Creative Connect.
I'm Shakila, and today in this video you're going to learn about perfect tenses. So in this video we'll be learning these three perfect tenses: the present perfect tense, the past perfect tense, and the future perfect tense. So let's learn these three in detail now. So first, the present perfect tense. So present perfect tense is generally used to denote an action that has just been completed but is still connected with the present. So she has just left for the office. So words like just, never, yet, recently, lately, etc. are used to show the link between the past and the present. So she has just left for the office. So this shows that even though the action is completed, it is still connected with the present. And then, I have never seen the Taj Mahal. So the word never here shows that this is a present perfect tense. So the general pattern for present perfect tense is the subject plus has or have plus the verb in its third form. So what's the third form? So every verb can be written in three forms. For example, eat, ate, eaten. So eaten is the third form. Similarly, sleep, slept, slept. Slept is the third form. Sing, sang, sung. Sung is the third form. So every verb can be written in three forms, and the third form should be always written for the perfect tenses. Has is generally used for he, she, it, and singular subject, whereas have is used for you, I, they, we, and plural subjects. So I hope you're clear with this now. So this is how we frame sentences using present perfect tense. So here I have few questions and I just want you to answer the questions for the given verbs in the present perfect tense. So the chief guest dash arrive. So the subject here is the chief guest, which is in singular. So for singular subjects we use has. So the chief guest has arrived. So the third form of the verb arrive is arrived. Arrive, arrived, arrived. They, so they is plural here, and for plural subjects we use have. They have. The third form of the verb sing is sung. Sing, sang, sung. So they have sung several new songs. Ritu has. So Ritu is singular. So for singular subjects I use has. So Ritu has filled. The third form of the verb fill is filled. Ritu has filled all the columns. For you, I, they, we, and plural subjects we use have. So for you I use have. You have told. Tell, told, told. You have told a lie. So this is how we frame sentences using present perfect tense. So I hope you're clear with the concept. Now moving on to past perfect tense. So past perfect tense is generally used to indicate two past actions where one action gets completed before the other action even got started. So here we have two actions. I reached the station is the first action and the train had arrived is the second action, but we have to find out which action took place first. So I reached the station. So when did I reach the station? After the train had left. So the train had left is the first action here. So the train had left, and only after the train had left I reached the station. So this is the second action. And you have to also keep in mind that the action that takes place first is always written in the perfect tense. So the train had left. So had here is in the perfect tense. And the second action is always written in simple past tense. So I reached ed. So this is in simple past tense. So the first action should be in the perfect tense, whereas the second action should be in simple past tense. So I hope you're clear with the concept now. Let's look into the second example. The thief had fled before the police reached there. So here we have to find out which action took place first. He ran away before the police reached there. So this is the first action. And the first action is written in the perfect tense and the second action is in simple past tense, so reach there. So this is the second action. Now the sentence is in past perfect tense. And the pattern for framing past perfect tense is subject plus had plus the verb in the third form. So we have some practice questions here. Change the given verbs into past perfect tense. She had met him before the party. I had fell, fallen. I had fallen asleep before 8 o'clock. The teacher asked if we had study, studied, studied. So the third form is studied. The teacher asked if we have studied for the exam. If I had see, saw, seen. If I had seen, I would have told him the news. So the third form of the verb see is seen. So I hope you're clear with the concept of past perfect tense now. Now let's move on to future perfect tense. Future perfect tense is used to indicate an action that will be completed at some point in the future. So it generally shows two actions. The action that seems before is in the future perfect tense, whereas the second action is in the simple present tense. So we shall have decorated the house by the time the guests arrive. So again here we have two actions and one action is in the perfect tense. So we shall have decorated the house. So have decorated is the perfect tense, future perfect tense, whereas the second action by the time the guests arrive. So guests arrive is the second action and the second action is in simple present tense. So I hope you're clear with it now. The children will have grown quite tall in 3 years. So the children will have grown quite tall in 3 years shows an action that will take place at some point in the future. So here we use the future perfect tense, have grown. Now the pattern for framing sentences using future perfect tense is subject plus will have or shall have plus the verb in the third form. So for all the perfect tenses, the verb should always be written in its third form. So change the given verbs into future perfect tense. So she dash cook lunch by the time she goes back to her office. So she will have cooked lunch by the time she goes back to her office. So goes back here is in the present tense, so simple present tense. So the first action should be written in the future perfect tense. So she will have cooked lunch by the time she goes back to her office. And this sentence shows an action that will be completed in the future. He dash find a vacant seat by the time she gets on the train. So here gets is in the present tense. So as we have simple present tense here, we have to fill the blanks using future perfect tense. So he will have found. The third form of the verb find is found. He will have found a vacant seat by the time she gets on the train. Tomorrow I will have stayed here for 3 months. By the time they move to the new house, so move to the new house here it is in simple present tense. We use the perfect tense. He will have finished painting that house. So this is how we frame sentences using present perfect tense, past perfect tense and the future perfect tense. So I hope now you're clear with the concept of perfect tense and you would also be familiar about when and where to use these tenses in a sentence and also the pattern of framing these sentences in English. I hope you liked my video. Please like, comment and share my video with all your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe and don't forget to click the bell icon to keep yourselves updated with all my latest videos. Thanks for watching.